Welcome back to another observation, and I am John Nothing, and today we're going to talk about self-confidence and what it actually looks like, right? Where does it come from, and how is it utilized, and what it can do for you, right? Okay, first and foremost, guys, let's come to a baseline understanding of what's being dangled above our heads. What is that gold object that's being dangled above our heads when we say self-confidence, right? What is it about them that we envy so much, right? A self-confident person seems to magically garner the respect of the people around them, right? And it seems to naturally happen, all right? They don't ask for it, they don't beg for it. It's just a part of what they are, all right? And that self-confidence comes from a number of things, and we're gonna discuss that, right? And just to be sure that we're on the same page here about self-confidence, right? There seems to be a double-edged sword when we talk about self-confidence, right? A positive and a negative side to things, right? The negative side, and I want to make that clear here, is whenever a person is confident and arrogant, all right? An arrogant person is, they're definitely confident. They definitely exude self-confidence and they garner the respect around people, but in a negative sort of way, in a delusional sort of way, all right? That delusion, you want to avoid that, all right? That's not the self-confidence that we're trying to achieve here. We want the one that comes natural from pride. Okay, so at this point, you're probably saying to yourself, man, what is this guy talking about? Pride? Pride is bad, ain't it? Yes and no. It's a double-edged sword, just like self-confidence. And we'll come back to that in a second. But the main thing about self-confidence that I want to stress to you guys is that it's a massive social skill, right? It's a skill. And I say that because you actually do earn self-confidence. It doesn't always come natural. Some people are self-confident in a delusional sense, like we discussed earlier. Some people are self-confident because they have always had something that they were proud of, okay? So we're gonna come back to that pride thing in a second. Okay, so guys, as I was saying earlier, we have three main indicators, main key points to self-confidence, right? And going back to the pride thing, that's the first one, is that you have to be an achiever, all right? You go out there and you achieve your goals and your successes in life, your many battles that you've won, and you're proud of them, right? Well, the good ones at least, all right? You want to be proud of those good things that you've achieved in life, and your confidence is born of that, actually. And so that's one factor that lends itself to self-confidence, is that, an achiever, a successful person at something, they have a confidence that's built up in them from that long journey of getting to that goal, all right? So your confidence comes from being able to ride that bike finally, to be able to solve that math problem in front of the classroom. These are those little battles that you've won throughout your lifetime as a child. You won the race. Maybe you caught a winning touchdown pass in football, all right? And maybe you weren't the fastest person or the best person on the team. Things like that, all right? Little small achievements that give you a little self-confidence boost, all right? And so the second key indicator of self-confidence, in this grand scheme of things, it comes down to your internal monologue, how you perceive yourself. How do you talk to yourself, all right? Now, if you talk to yourself like you're a loser, you're kicking yourself in the ass all the damn time, you're gonna become a loser. You're literally manifesting yourself in your head as a loser. You manifest yourself in your head as a winner, and then you manifest on the external world as a winner through achievement in the first iteration, and now through internal monologue. You see yourself as a winner, right? So you know that you can win. It becomes like an idea that's achievable, all right? That internal monologue is so important, because at times that's the difference between being normal, being a high achiever, and being depressed. All right, guys? That's what you're trying to achieve here. You're trying to achieve a level of self-confidence to thwart depression, and getting through life, just coasting through life. It's not enough. You want to be a high achiever at all you do, whether it's planting a seed in the ground, or building a piece of furniture, or flying a plane. You want to be confident at it, right? And exude that confidence in whatever it is your purpose in life is. So that's number two, is the internal monologue. It dictates the external, all right? All right, guys, and our third and final one, and certainly not the least one by any means, because this one is a factor that affects you deeply, and is somewhat out of your control. All right. The third one is your circle of people. All right. The people that you surround yourself with, like I said, it might be out of your control. If they're Debbie Downers, if they're always putting you down or holding you back or telling you that it's too risky, too dangerous, there's too many factors, it's too whatever, all right? There's always these hurdles that they have to put in front of you because they don't want you to achieve. If you have those Debbie Downers in front of you, then yeah, it's gonna be hard to build that image for yourself, right? It's hard to go against the grain. You need your circle of people, right? You need your mentors, your teachers, and your supervisors, and your leaders, and so on and so forth to push you along. It may not even be somebody above you or below you or whatever. It might even just be a spouse. It might be your child, right? You need that person that's going to push you along. The guy that says, hey, Dad, you know what? That was cool what you did back there, man. I really appreciate that. Thanks for showing up. That guy, your son. It could be your friend that's like, hey, man, you did a good job on that. That was great, man. You don't have to have compliments every day. We're men. We don't need compliments every day. We don't need them all the time, all right? But what we do need is a good circle of people to push us along. If your spouse is not into shooting basketballs or into paper mache or into building wood, but she's definitely, encouraging you to keep pushing your talents, keep pushing your creativity, keep pushing your quest, for knowledge and for greatness. If she's that person, great, man. That's what you need. You need more people like that, Self-confidence, yes, a lot of it is a lot of work for you, but unfortunately, there are factors of self-confidence that are outside of people's control, and a lot of people are held back in life because of that, all right? A lot of people don't see their potential because of that third factor, which is your circle, your inner circle, all right? As you get older, that inner circle tightens, and it becomes less and less and fewer people, which is fine, as long as they're quality people in your life. Some people never see that. It's a blessing to have that. It is very much a huge factor to your self-confidence and changing the grain and changing the story that you're writing for yourself, all right? So those are my three big things, guys. Self-confidence is achievable. As long as you take care of those three factors, it's gonna slowly show itself and unveil itself, all right? All right, I'm John Nothing, and thanks for tuning in. Guys, number 3, fucking airplanes, man. I gotta start this shit all over again.